What are we doing over here? Where are we? Daf Zayin? Alright, okay, Seder. Alright, pretty interesting stuff. Alright, that's interesting. Maybe. Yeah, why not? What's tomorrow? Wednesday? Okay. On Thursday. Everything's been so crazy because of, like, all this work that's going on in the house. It's hard to know when I can record and stuff. Friends, I think tomorrow they're supposed to be coming to clean up, which is, maybe that's a good start. Hopefully there'll be like less dust around. And how you doing there? Welcome back to Babylon Talmud. Today we're studying Daf Zayin, Daf 7 of Masechta Gittin. Friends, Daf Zayin is a gewaltige Daf. I had to go somewhere today, so I prepared it in the car on the way there and the way back. Not prepared it, reviewed it. So, should be alright. But very interesting stuff, Lamaisa. Okay, we're going to start in Daf Vav Mud Beis, about 6-7 lines from the bottom. Omer Rav Chisda had gesagt, I feel like I should still breathe through my nose. I feel like if I take a deep breath through my mouth, I'll probably get a lot of dust. I think so. I should probably still be breathing through my nose, which is not ideal, but okay. Let me tell you. Omer Rav Chisda says, Rav Chisda, L'olam al yatil odom, nose breathing. A fellow should not be too angry at home. Because by Pilegesh Begiva, by this concubine from Binyamin, so then her husband was making her all scared. And the outcome of that was, she ran away, and then there was lots of people died. So anybody who's too angry at home, so that leads to 3 averis. Well, because let's say it's in the winter and it's really cold out and his wife doesn't want to go to the mikveh, so she might, and he's going to get all upset if she doesn't go to the mikveh, so she'll say she went to the mikveh even though she didn't, and then that's not good. Like Pilegesh Begiva, right? The guy was too upset and then all these people died. Vichil Shabbos, or, if he's prone to get really upset, so then maybe, the people in the house didn't prepare everything before Shabbos, but they're so nervous about what will happen if this guy finds out, so they cook on Shabbos, or they light Shabbos candles on Shabbos, so they do things on Shabbos because they're so scared about this fellow. So the Gemara is saying, people, just chill out. That's the Gemara. The Gemara is saying, like, people don't like be so sunflowery. Just kind of like be a little more chill, That basically sums up. If we could sum up, okay, let's go weiter. Basically, the Gemara is telling you to just be chilled. That's what the Gemara is saying. The Gemara is saying if you need to know one thing, it's just chill out. All right, where are we? Amar Rabba Bachana. Says Rabbi Bachana, how the Amir Rabbanan, that which the Rabbi says, Shlosha Devarim Tzarech Adam Lo Mibsor Beisa Erev Shabbos Im Chashecha, that there are 3 things that a fellow needs to say in his house on Erev Shabbos as it's getting dark. Yeah, I guess it's still dusty in here. Shtickle babble cough. Okay. So the 3 things that a fellow needs to say in his house as it gets dark on Erev Shabbos, Isaitim Rav Madliku Esaner, that, hey, people, did you separate the maestris? Because you can't separate it on Shabbos. They raved him. Did you set up the Eruve Chatzeris? Adliku Esaner. Make sure to light Shabbos candles. Tzorich l'meminu b'nichusa. You got to be sort of chilled when you say those things. So that the people will be like, oh yeah, we have to make sure to do these things, and not that they'll be all nervous and stuff. Ravashi, says Ravashi, look, Lemaisa, I never heard this statement of Rabbi Bachana, but nonetheless, I was trying to think of a geschmacka word, but nothing came up. So nonetheless is just going to have to do. Nonetheless, Vikiamte misvar, and nonetheless I just did it because it made sense. Chill the heck out. It makes sense. That a fellow should not make everybody at home scared. Because a very great person made everybody in his household scared. And because of that, what ended up happening is they fed him a davar gadol, a big thing. Umanu, who was this person who was fed a big thing? Rabbi Chanina ben Gamliel. It was Rabbi Chanina ben Gamliel. The Gemara says what the thing is, right? Yeah. What do you mean that they fed him something big? Even the animals of tzaddikim, the Eibishter, right? But they don't, right? This is talking about the animal of whose animal was that? Pinchas ben Yair, I think, right? That he would only eat tithe food. So tzaddikim atzman lo koshkin, certainly a tzaddik himself wouldn't eat anything that he shouldn't eat. Ele bikshu la'achilu davar gadol. No, they wanted to. They were going to feed him a big thing. I knew what's this big thing that they were going to feed him? Aver min achai. Because they slaughtered the animal and then part of it was missing, and he would have gotten really upset if part of the animal was missing. So they just chopped it from a live animal and they almost fed it to him. I guess it didn't work out in the end. But that's what happens if you don't chill the heck out. So then you almost eat aver min achai. Shalach le Marukva le Rabbi Elazar. Marukva sent to Rabbi Elazar. B'nei Adam ha'omdim olai. There are people that are bothering me. V'yadai lemosim lemalchus, and I have an opportunity that I can just tattletale on them to the authorities, and they'll get in big trouble. Mau, can I do that? Can I tell on these people? So Rabbi Elazar sent, he etched lines and they wrote the following pasuk too. Ma'ukva Almighty Eshma Drachim Michatu Bilshoni. I said I will guard my ways from sinning with my tongue. Eshma Lefi Machsom. I will sort of put protection around my mouth. I will guard my mouth. I will stop my mouth, like a roadblock my mouth. But Rosh Lenegdi, even when there is a nudnik opposite me. Even though there's a nudnik here, Eshma Lefi Machsom. I will block my mouth so that I won't tell on him. So Marukva responds to Rabbi Elazar, says, yeah, but they're really, really bothering me. They're making my life difficult. I can't do it anymore. So Rabbi Elazar responds, Dom la Hashem v'schol lo. Dom la Hashem v'yapilem l'cho chalolim chalolim. So literally means just just quiet down and wait for God, and He will take care of everything you need. Right? V'yapilim chalolim chalolim. He'll stack them up in piles of corpses. Hashkim b'hayir v'alein leveis hamedrash. So Rabbi Elazar suggests to Marukva that Dom la Hashem means like Dimdumei Chama. It's like the sunrise and the sunset. So Rabbi Elazar's advice was, get to the Beis HaMedrash early and stay late. And in the end, they'll just kind of fall away on their own, these nudniks. Rabbi Elazar sent this back to Marukva, and he didn't even have to do more than simply send it back. Sending back this advice in the letter was enough alone that this guy named Gniva, who was being really annoying, got in big trouble. They sent to Marukva, Zima Minalin da Osir. How do we know that singing is Osir? Sirtet v'chasav lu, so he etched in his etching stuff, and he etched a line, and he wrote to them, Al tismach Yisrael el gil ba'amim. I don't know, but don't be too happy in singing. All right. Why not mention the following pasuk? B'shir lo yishtu yayin yemar sheikh l'shosav, that they won't drink wine with singing, and it will be and then this drinking and stuff will be shver. If from that pasuk havamina hanimile zimmer demona, from that pasuk you may have thought that's just singing with instruments. But but I might think that vocal singing would be enough, would be okay. Kamaj Milan, that even singing with your voice is going to be a problem. Amle Ravuna bar Nosin, the Rav Ashi. What does the pasuk mean? Kina v'dimona ve'adada. Did I say that right? Amalei masvos deretz Yisrael kol choshev. So Rav Ashi says, what do you mean? What does that pasuk mean? It's locations in Eretz Yisrael. Amalei. So Rav Huna bar Nosin responds to Rav Ashi, Atu ana lo yadaina de masvos deretz Yisrael kol choshev. Well, you think I didn't know that the pasuk is listing places in Eretz Yisrael? What I meant was Ela Rav Gvia me Agiza Omer Bataima, that Rav Gvia me Agiza said the following pshat in the pasuk: Kol sheyesh lo kina al chavero v'domem, that if a fellow has something against his friend and he keeps quiet, right? Like it says, right? Kina v'dimona. If he has something against his friend, he keeps quiet. Shochin adayad oselo din. So the Eibishter is going to make with him epis a din. I guess with the friend, right? Meaning, right, if he keeps quiet, then the Eibishter is going to take care of the person who kept quiet by, I guess, taking care of getting rid of the nudnik. Amle elameato. So then Rav Ashi says, but what about you? What do you do with the following pasuk? Tziklog umadmono v'sansona. What do you do with that pasuk? Hochinami. You're going to learn epis oichit. Amle. So Rav Huna bar Nosim responds, Yava Rav Gvia mi be'agizo acha ava omar b'taim. If Rav Gvia mi be'agizo was here, he would have said a pshat. Rav Achim be'choza omar b'hachi. Rav Achim be'choza says the following: Kol mi sheyesh lo tzaikas legima al chavero. Somebody who somebody's like really, what is actually tzaikas legima shegozim imenu v'yored l'chayiv l'sharim zonosov. Somebody's really getting at him to like his livelihood. V'domim, but he keeps quiet. Shochin basneh, the one who dwells in the burning bush, Oselodin is going to take care of him. So I guess the Gemara is saying that if somebody's being a real big nudnik to you, but you don't make a big deal out of it, so the Eibishter is going to help you out. Amalei Reish Gelusa the Rav Huna. Reish Gelusa says to Rav Huna, Klila minalan do'aser. How do we know that the klila that we learned about at the end of Masechta Sota, that like the grooms would like wear this like thing on their head? So Amalei midrabanan. So Rav Huna says to the Reish Gelusa from the rabbis, the Tananis, we learned at the end of Masechta Sota. The Pumul shel Aspasianus, that when Aspasianus was being a nudnik in Eretz Yisrael, Gazu ala Taurus Chasan ala Irus. So they made a gezerah that the grooms should no longer wear these like crown thingies, and also these one belled clapper thingies shouldn't be one bell clapped. Adachi kam Rav Huna lafnuye. Rav Huna went to relieve himself. Amalei Rav Chizda. So Rav Chizda was there. And he says to the Reish Gelusa, Kroksiv, we have a pasuk, meaning Rav Huna said that we learn it out from the Chachamim. Rav Chizda says, look, we have a pasuk. Kiyama Hashem Elohikim, that the Eibishter says, Hashem mitznefes v'harim ha'atorah. Remove the turban hat thing and raise up the crown. Zos lo zos hashvela Hashafala Hagbeya, is that what I think it was? Hashafala Hagbeya? Yeah, Hashafala Hagbeya Vagavoa Hashpil. Okay, that which is low, raise up, that which is high, lower. V'chima inyan mitznefes esalator. What does the turban have to do with the crown? Elom alach tasediu b'zman shemitznefes b'rosh kohen gadol. That as long as the kohen gadol is wearing the mitznefes, atara b'rosh kol adam, right? As long as there's a kohen gadol who's wearing a mitznefes, so then the people can wear this crown thingy. Nistalka mitznefes mirosh kohen gadol, but once there's no longer a kohen gadol who's wearing the mitznefes, nistalka atar mirosh kol adam, so then nobody can wear anymore these things these crown thingies for grooms that they put on their head. Adachi also Rav Huna. So now Rav Huna comes back and he saw that Rav Chizda and the Reish Gelusa were discussing this pasuk. So Rav Huna had said that we learn not to wear this klila from the Chachamim. Rav Chizda, that was what Rav Huna said. Rav Chizda said that we could learn enough from a pasuk. Ashkochinu Dave Yasve, and Rav Huna saw that they were discussing this. Amalei Elohim midrabanon. To which Rav Huna says, no, I stand by what I said. It's a din derabon. Ela Chizda shmach v'chazdo in milach. Your name is Chisda, and the things that you say are very beautiful, but nonetheless, it's not from the pasuk; it's a din d'Rabbanan. Ravina ashkeche lemar by Rav Ashi dahava gadol klila levarte, that Ravina found my Rav Ashi, who was preparing a crown thingy for his daughter, who was a kala. Amalei lo savela mar osar mitznefes varma Torah. So Ravina says to Rav Ashi, don't you hold of that, right, based on that pasuk, that we don't make these crowns anymore? Amalei do me the kohen gadol. So my Rav Ashi responds, he says, yeah, but we compared it to the mitznefes to the kohen gadol. It's like the kohen gadol, but gavri, talking about men, not talking about women. Aval benoshe lo, but by the women can wear these crown thingies. So my Rav Ashi says that he's making this crown for his daughter. My zos lo zos. How do you understand the pasuk when it says this, not this? Darish of Avira, so Avira expounded Zimnin Amla Mishmedu of Ami, Zimnin Amla Mishmedu of Asi. Sometimes he quoted Rav Ami, sometimes he quoted Rav Asi. B'shasha Amar Hakadosh Baruch Hu Yisrael, that when the Eibishter says to the Yidden, Hasya Mitznefes V'Harim HaTorah, remove the mitznefes and raise up the crown, right, which was reference to there would no longer be a kohen gadol, and that Tzidkiyahu would be exiled. So the ministering angels say to the Eibishter, Ribono shel olam, Master of the world, Zos loin liYisrael shektimu l'fnecha besina naisa l'nishma. Is this seriously what's happening to the Yidden? The Yidden who said naisa v'nishma? What's going on? How come they're getting in such big trouble? Amar learn to the Eibishter response to the Malachi Asharis, Lozos loin liYisrael, should I not do this to the Yidden? Sheshpilu es hagavoa, v'egbilu es hashafol, ve'amidu tzelem be'eichel, that they lowered that which was high up, and they raised that which was low, and they put a getchka in the heichel. They deserve it. Darish of Avira expanded Zimnin Amala Mishmedu of Ami, Zimnin Amala Mishmedu of Asi. Sometimes he quoted Rav Ami, sometimes he quoted Rav Asi. Ma'adich said, what does the pasuk mean? Koyama Hashem, that so says that the Eibishter says Im Shleimim V'chein Rabim V'chein Nagozu V'aver V'gomer. So if a fellow finds that he doesn't have much financially, right? Shleiman is like complete to the extent that there's nothing left. They're very small, and that's all he has. So if he has very little financially, he should nonetheless take whatever he has and give it as tzedakah. Certainly, if you have a lot of stuff, you should give tzedakah, right? So meaning that's shleiman v'chein rabim. Right, that whether if you have a little or whether if you have a lot, you should give tzedakah. And what does it mean that nogozu v'aver? Tana de Rabbi Shmuel, stop by the best measure for Rabbi Shmuel. Gozes min chasav. That if somebody trims away from his wealth and he gives it tzedakah, v'osam and tzedakah, nitzal midina shel gehenim, he's going to be saved from hell. Mashal l'shtei rucheles shoyu overos pamayim. And this shearing analogy is analogous to two sheep, female sheep, I think, that were passing in water. Achaz gezuza v'achaz eina gezuza. One was sheared and the other one was not. Avra gezuza avra b'shena gezuza lo avra. That the one who was sheared was able to get through the river, but the one who was, all full of wool that held it down was unable to get, that weighed it down was unable to get through. So we see that shaving away kind of helps you move forward. Giving tzedakah helps you out. V'nisich, the pasuk says, "V'nisich lo anechod," and it won't trouble you anymore. Or Mazutra says, "Mazutra afilu ani mispanis min tzedakah." Yeah, I said tzedakah. That even a poor person who needs to receive from the tzedakah, he should also give tzedakah. Lo anechod tani Rav Yosef shuven marin lo simani enyos, and it says Rav Yosef that if he's a poor person, but he gives tzedakah, so then the Eibishter will make him not be poor anymore. Now the Mishnah had said, Rabbi Yehuda Omer says, Rabbi Yehuda merekem lamizrach v'chulei, right? That rekem and eastward is outside of Eretz Yisrael. We said from Akko northward is outside of Eretz Yisrael. Remember the Akko l'tzvona de Eretz Yisrael kaima? Wait, so does this mean that acre, that Akko is in the north of Israel? V'raminu. We have a contradiction. If a person was walking from Akko northward to Chziv, and actually I think there's a gear that says get rid of Chziv, because the Gemara is going to explain later on that it's Chziv, but if he's walking northward from Akko, Mimino lemizrach, so to his right, right? Because Akko, we're saying, is the northeastern corner of Eretz Yisrael. And we're saying, but if he's walking northward from Akko, to his right, the Mizrach Hadar is to his east, Tmeya Mishum Eretz Amim is outside of Eretz Yisrael, so it's Tmeya because of Chutz La'aretz. Ufturim in a Meiser, and you don't have to, right, there's no Meiser there. Umin Ashvius, there's no Shvius, it's outside of Eretz Yisrael. Hachivad Allah, Shehi Chayeves, unless, somebody who's an expert on the borders of Eretz Yisrael says actually where you are, would be considered Eretz Yisrael to your right. But otherwise you can assume that it's Chutz La'aretz. Mismol l'mayrev haderech. Now, but leftward to the west, Tahor Mishum Eretz Amim is not considered Chutz La'aretz, it's Eretz Yisrael, and therefore it's Tahor. V'chayeves b'maiser, and you have to separate Chumas and Maisers, Uveshvius and Shemitah, Achivod Allah She'ipatura, unless an expert on the borders of Eretz Yisrael tells you that where you're currently standing actually is Chutz La'aretz. Ad Heichon, and how far does he walk to? Ad Kziv, until Kziv. So Rabbi Shmuel Rabbi Yossi Omer Mishum Aviv Ad LeBilbo. So meaning, how could we say that Acre is the northern border of Eretz Yisrael if we're talking about walking northward from Acre, even more northward? So it says Abai, look, yeah, there's a strip that goes northward from Acre to Kziv, or I guess to Bilbo. But it's just a strip. The main northeastern point of Eretz Yisrael is Acre. V'yoiv Tana Simona Achi, and the Tana gives the following. V'yoiv Tana Simona Hachi. Does the Tana really give signs from like strips? So yes. Kronami Yoiv Simona, that the pasuk also gives a sign. It says Vayomer Hine Chag Hashem B'Shilo, that there's a festival for God in Shiloh, miyomim yomima, from time immemorial. Asher mitzvona leBeit El, that it is north of Beit El, mizucha Hashemesh, to the east. The Mesila Ola mi Beit El Shchema, from the path that goes from Beit El to Shchem. Uminegev leLevona, and it is south of Levona. V'yomer Pape, the Mizracha Shel Mesila means that it was to the east of the path. So we see that the pasuk does in fact mention paths. Should we stop here? Yeah, maybe we should stop here. It's a little bit high up, but yeah, let's stop here, because this sugya that we start now kind of continues kind of on the same topic. It's a little bit technical, but it continues on the same topic tomorrow also. Friends, I was Daf Zayin of Masechta Gittin, pretty interesting daf, a lot of kind of interesting agadic kind of things. Hopefully we're going to wrap up this work here, and I'll be able to get back to my regular schedule, and hopefully I'll be able to record when I have a shtickle more energy and a little bit less dust in the air and paint fragrance and things like that. So hopefully we'll be able to kind of get back to kind of regular recording schedule pretty soon. Until then, keep it real.